The Supreme Court on Monday issued notice in a plea seeking equal protection of laws to the transgender community from sexual crimes in the context of the Indian Penal Code. A bench of Justice SA Bobde, Justices AS Bopanna and V Ramasubramniun asked Senior Advocate Vikas Singh, appearing for the petitioner, as to how many times the court had legislated upon similar cases.
This is a good petition, the CJI SA Bobde observed, when the plea seeking equal protection of law to the transgender community from sexual crimes came up for hearing before the three-judge bench of the top court. The plea states that there is no provision or section in the IPC which may protect the third gender from sexual assault by males, females and from the other transgender and anti-discrimination laws are needed to safeguard the transgender community, stating that clauses 1, 2 and 4 of the subsection 1 of section 354A of IPC exclude victims of sexual harassment who are transgender persons. Plea states that the provision is challenged in the plea as being ultra-vires, Article 14, 15 and 21 of the Constitution of India. In light of this, the petitioner has filed the petition to make appropriate modification or interpretation of section of IPC dealing with sexual assault to include transsexuals, eunuchs in its definitions. The petition states that the Indian laws are for men and women, and therefore, considering transgender neither men nor women, they generally could not get justice from the authority due to lack of law. The third gender, they are being deprived of many of the rights and privileges which other persons enjoy as a citizen of this country. The state cannot discriminate them on the ground of gender, violating Articles 14 to 16 and 21 of the Constitution of India. Further, pointing to Article 21, the plea states that the greatest and the most inclusive constitutional provision in Article 21 states that no person shall be deprived of life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law, commonly understood as right to life, includes right to live with dignity. In this context, it adds that due to said sexual assault, hate crime, transgender could not live their lives with respect and dignity. Further, the petitioner adds that statistics have documented that incident of sexual violence against transgender indicate shockingly high level of sexual abuse and assault, where 1 in 2 transgender individuals are sexually abused or assaulted at some point in their lives. Some of them have been sexually abused and assaulted while in jail and custody of the police. Furthermore, the plea stipulated that as India is a signatory to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the right to relating to life, liberty, equality and dignity of the individual guaranteed by the Constitution and embodied in the international conventions and enforceable by the courts of India. In this context, the petitioner has sought a direction to the centre to make appropriate writ, order or direction in the nature of mandamus directing the respondent to make appropriate modification, interpretations of section, provision of IPC dealing with sexual assault to include transgender, transsexual, kinners and eunuchs in the definition. Additionally, the plea prays for directions to make gender-neutral sexual harassment mechanism, pass an anti-discrimination bill that penalize discrimination and harassment on the basis of gender, as well as to frame guidelines to protect the fundamental rights of third gender by giving them equal protection before law till such time as the legislature to safeguard by protecting third gender from sexual assault. Bureau Report.